San Marco, Florida, the Jacksonville neighborhood known for its large riverfront mansions and its lively commercial area known as the San Marco Square. If you watched our last video, Sarah gave you a glimpse of what it's like living at the terraces here. However, we're back here today in San Marco to show you a little bit more about the neighborhood. Stay tuned. You might have heard it said that Jacksonville has multiple downtown areas. While that is true, you have Avondale and Riverside, but personally my favorite is San Marco. There's a lot to do here, but first let's go over some of our local favorites. You really have so much here right at your fingertips, between the shopping, the entertainment, and the food. While we're on the topic of food, let's talk about breakfast and coffee. Within San Marco, you do have a lot of options for breakfast or coffee, and truthfully, you can't go wrong with any of them. You have Maple Street Biscuit Company, which of course has specialty breakfast sandwiches and free coffee refills. Their Squawk and Goat biscuit has actually been featured on Food Network, so be sure to give it a try. Now, just outside of San Marco Square, you'll also find Good Dough. Good Dough is another local business you absolutely have to check out. They specialize in artisan donuts and quality coffee, but it's really the donuts that will have you coming back with choices like their butterscotch bacon and grilled cheese donuts. So when I tell you the people of San Marco really love their coffee, I mean just beyond these two shops, there's actually even more, such as Biddy & Bo's, Southern Grounds, Foxtail Coffee, and then also your chains such as Panera and Starbucks. Along with a lot of great options for breakfast and coffee, San Marco also offers lots of great options for food and drink. Personally, one of our favorites is Taverna. Taverna is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner to enjoy a modern interpretation of classic recipes. Or if you're feeling like seafood, you can also go next door to Oceana for some amazing oysters. Another great spot here in the neighborhood is V Pizza. Here you will find Sidecar, which is a really fun place to stop in and have a drink with your pizza. Speaking of having a drink, Grape and Grain Exchange is actually right here behind me, and this is a favorite amongst the locals. They are very much known for their craft cocktails and delicious mixed drinks. This is a really great spot if you're looking for more of a relaxed, aesthetic type of bar scene. Now, beyond these local favorites, so much of what makes Jacksonville great is actually its easy access to conveniences. And that's true of San Marco as well. There's actually a new Publix in the center of the neighborhood, and this is actually walking or biking distance from most residents that live here. You'll also have a couple options for gym and fitness centers in the area with a brand new Pure Barre that recently opened on Hendricks Avenue and Orange Theory. Now, one thing to keep in mind about San Marco is many of the homes aren't built on big lots with large backyards. So you might be relying on green spaces or parks to go play with the kids or walking the dog. If that's the case, you will love Alexandria Oaks or Southside for its large green spaces, or Landon Park for its unique playground. Now that you've heard what San Marco has to offer, let's talk about housing. If you're familiar with Avondale and Riverside, San Marco is going to feel very similar to those neighborhoods. Now, beyond the terraces, much like Avondale and Riverside, you really won't find any new construction within the area, which means the homes here have a lot of charm and uniqueness. Here you will see a lot of historic homes and estates along the river, many of which have been well preserved or modernized in different ways. Many of these streets, as you get further from the square, are incredibly walkable, and because of this great location, you are still close to conveniences, as well as being surrounded by lots of beautiful forestry and trees. Lot sizes will vary. You will be able to find condos, duplexes, townhouses, single-family homes, and also the larger estates that we discussed before along the river. The location of San Marco is really hard to beat. You might want to be close to downtown, but not in downtown. You might want to be in a neighborhood, but not necessarily in the suburbs. And then you might also want historic homes, but are still modernized. Depending on your price point and desirability, San Marco really has all of this to offer for you. All right, so that concludes our tour today of San Marco. If you want to know anything more about the area or have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to our team. We want to be your real estate resource of choice. So email us at info@theroccogroup.com, and we'll see you in the next video.